Hello guys. Can you all see me well? Also, is my audio fine? I hope it is because I'm using something different today. Yeah. Let's read chat. Hello everyone. Hope we have fun today. Let's see. Foxy asking, when will I do a V combo? Honestly, like I've never done a V combo. Like he just does not appeal to me when it comes to combo making. I can try. Maybe I'll set it like as a channel reward or something. Um, yeah, let me just adjust something here. Um, just popping the stream here. Hey Loe, what's up? Uh, Jaco con Savanos, thanks for the subscription. Okay, so let's begin. I can't wear headphones due to my ear infection, so like I'm not gonna be playing a lot of audio. Um, uh, so the way I play V, I just make the bats auto attack and I keep reading the book. That's literally how I got through D&D. I just like don't feel like getting through him. So let's watch Scrub. Scrub is very interesting. It was my first combo man. I think I have it. Yeah. Like it starts with a meme, which is basically, what's your favorite DMC5 mission? I think it is 11. Um, though the checkpoints really suck, which like takes a few points off. Let me adjust my camera a little bit. Let's see. Okay, over here. So let me tell you guys about this combo man. Basically, I wanted to do something without any jump canceling. So I think this is a really interesting place to start. Is like this entire map is no jump canceling. And this was a while ago. I think this is a year ago or something like that, or maybe not a year. Oh, no, it was earlier this year. So like I was still not quite as good as I am now, but like I had some decent skill. Is this Eddie Brock from the Eddie Gus podcast? Nope. So let's start with a combo. Let's make it full screen. Um, Also, like, is this donation thing kind of not like? Does this even work on YouTube? I have no idea, honestly. Because like I'm using Streamlabs and like, well, I'm just gonna take it out. It's gonna get in the way. You guys want to donate? Feel free to. It's DSD, my favorite demon weapon. So let's start with this combo. See how we start. Okay, rock back just to close the distance. Lifting. Oh, okay, this is interesting. This is like a setup that I quite enjoy, which is you toss the hat and you use the summon swords from the SD at the same time to send the enemy away, so that when you call back the hat, the enemy goes back to you, and like it's very interesting movement wise. Uh, Also, my day has been going good. Like I feel much more comfortable now, like with my ear. I still cannot wear headphones, but it's still much better than it was. And thanks, Giant Gosling. So as I was saying, let's analyze this combo. So here, send the enemy away and then bring him back. And this is interesting. I used the Cerberus to. I use Cerberus and the ST to keep the enemy kind of like in this very interesting position. And this combo I was only using 2 weapons for some reason. I think it was a dare. And back there, let's see. I might need to slow down a bit. Yeah, here I kept the enemy in place with the forearms, which is New True Swordmaster, while I was using. I forgot the name of this move, is the New True Hold move from Cerberus. Then I just Helmbreaker to close the distance, whereas I do high times with Devil Sword Dante. Let's get down to half speed. Then I use the hat, which is a setup I quite enjoy. Using the hat and lifting again, this brings the enemy behind me, and this is where I can catch with Cerberus. The Ice Dome, the Ice Age move, I think it's the name. And then just finishing up with Dance Macabre, which looks kind of goofy. Like I'm not sure I like it. Because like this Dance Macabre is underneath the enemy, so I keep switching directions. Like you may like it, you may not like it. Yeah, like I was doing something like a DMC freestyle. I think this was only in Swordmaster 2. I don't think I switched any styles. And like I think this was not there. But yeah, this was the combo. Let's watch the next combo. I think I'm gonna watch the full combo one time and then go back to normal speed. Combo pra comunidade BR. Okay, first I think I'm gonna do a combo in general, and then I would be more than happy to translate it or re-record it in Portuguese. Is there any reason to use Rebellion or Sparta after you get Devil Sword Dante? There are a couple. First and the most obvious one is that you still have access to Prop Shredder on demand, which is like can be quite powerful. Also, you can reverse Helmbreaker with Sparta and Rebellion, and that is something you cannot do with DST. But overall, I think DST is vastly superior. You can use both. I don't like using both. I made a choice. Your choice can be something different. And yeah, no drive really hurts those weapons. So next combo. Also, this combo mad is in my channel. It's combo mad scrub. The reason for the name scrub is because I use no jump canceling. How does one move their fingers as fast as you do? I'm not too fast, to be honest. Like there are players who are way faster than me. It's just that I have smart input placement, and like I place my inputs during animations, and I also have my control layout in a way that I don't really need to be too fast with my thumb, for instance, because I jump with left bumper, so I don't need to do a lot of precise movement with my thumb. My thumb is just mostly like for switching weapons, which is like easy to do during animations, and then melee, which is like you just mash that shit. So okay, here Gunstinger followed up. Oh, let's just play the combo, the entire combo. Then we can get back 345. Okay, this is a setup I really like, and like kind of my signature move. Also, I really like this finish. And like this combo mad is where I was experimenting and where I really figured out my playstyle. Because when you have to do a combo mad, an entire combo mad without jump canceling, you have to really explore all your moves. So okay, let's go at half speed. So here, Gunstinger with high times, then Gunstinger, and then this time you press Gunslinger again and then jump. And I use forearms to keep the enemy in place, so I could follow up with a regular DT Stinger. And this is a very interesting property of DT Stinger because you have like it's quite a bit stronger, and I'm sure most of you just like spam this when you're like dying or something. But when the enemy is above you, it keeps the enemy kind of in place. Whereas a regular Stinger, you would just go underneath and make no contact. So it can be really useful for combo making when used in this fashion. Which is right here. And this leaves me in place to do backslide, which is the shotgun reverse shot. How can you change style so fast with an Xbox controller? Mostly because I do it during move animations, and not while I'm trying to input something. And 4 is harder. 4 is definitely a bit trickier. It's a bit more lenient in 5 because the animations are just more chunky. Which is the best way to play the MC5, Xbox controller or PS4? A lot of people favor PS4. I don't have a PS4 controller. I only have an Xbox 360 controller, so that's what I play with. You can really play with anything. Do you use Infinite Table to have Infinite SDT? Sometimes I do, though I've not been using that too much lately. Here in the Void, there's a toggle that you have unlimited quad S, and it's in the base games, so you can use it in the consoles as well, just to practice SDT combos. So, or you can toggle that during, with the cheat table to use during regular gameplay. But as for unlimited SDT durations, I don't use it. I think that would be like too overpowered, especially with infinite exit time. Like I would just abuse that too much. So here I am, like the stinger left the enemy and myself in a perfect position so I can do the back shot right here. And you can see that I let go of lock on, and this is something that I've discussed already. It's to use Interceptor, the gunslinger summon swords. They start shooting at all the enemies I don't I'm not locked onto. And so by letting go of lock on just briefly, it chases the enemy. And what this does is increases the airtime, and coupled with backslide, DT backslide sends the enemy upwards in this trajectory, whereas regular backslide would send the enemy like towards the controller icon on a horizontal path. So yeah, here you guys can see that he got hit and sent further, and then I use Ebony and Ivory to maintain his height, otherwise he would just fall out of reach. And this stops his horizontal movement as well. And now I switch to Cerberus and do Rock back just to chase. And since I'm in DT, the Summoned Swords help catch him, so it's a bit more lenient than if I wasn't on Double Trigger. Then this is Flint Wheel, where while you're in DT, it lifts, and you can see that during the flip wheel animation I'm already switching styles, and like this is something you get used to, and like there's definitely a component of speed to it, but like it's not too, like you can get used to it like quite easily, I think. Here the regular shot just to keep the enemy in place like for a few frames longer, then once again to stop the fall, and then friction. And here I fall past friction. I could do another backslide, but I decided to go for Redline and cancel Redline with Sin Double Trigger. This was no jump cancel, it was just letting go of the Double Trigger button, and that sends a shockwave that stops the enemy from getting any momentum. And then I just input drive, and here you guys can see my input. I charge drive and use what's the name? Stingers, the summon source stingers, and I keep holding it just to charge the round trips. So here my round trips are ready, and I charge the orbs and dash further away so that the orbs don't reach. So I can do redline and cancel the animation with redline and do judgment to knock the enemy back into the orbs while I prepare the laser shot. I could have used the big laser, the gunslinger laser, but oh well. How do I practice getting faster on Dante? Like, you just gotta play. I have played other DMC games. I have played them all except the reboot. That's not fair. I played the reboot for like an hour at a friend's place. I didn't enjoy it too much. My favorite used to be 3, now it's 5. I think 5 is overall the best game. Though 3 is really good. And how do I get faster with that in 5? Like, you just gotta practice, man. Just gotta put in the hours. So, yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying the combos, because like, they're quite different from what I usually do since the no jump cancel thing. Also, like, no music for some reason. Like, not some reason, like I decided not to play music because like this is copyrighted shit. Back when I didn't care. Okay, bye, DJ Foxy. See you later. Also, will you Lee? Thanks for the subscription. Okay, let's see this combo. What it's about. Okay. Okay, this combo is interesting. Let's start. So let's get back here. So start with million stab, and you can cancel the million stab animation by doing pretty much anything. I did with Royal Guard, so that makes Dante remain static. So here regular lift and roast taunt, and then I toss the hat and lift with high time so that he goes over to the side. Like this is something I do quite a bit, like even today. Like I think most of my combos have this concept. It's because like flinging the enemy across to the other side from you is so useful and like it looks so good. So here I do Skystar to catch the enemy with a swing from Cerberus. And then without any jump cancel, like here I have my enemy step disabled, so it's physically impossible for me to jump cancel. So I just swing and do the upside jump. And here once again I cancel red line. And during the knockback period, I just do the gunslinger move. And during these, like you can see, like I do a lot of stuff during move animations without necessarily canceling them, just doing multiple actions per animation. So here I send the enemy forward with stingers, and then do DT stinger. Then Helmbreaker with high times, then just a simple dash into backslide, which is like pretty basic, but like it's rather clean. My favorite is 3, but I prefer gameplay in 4. I don't like the enemies in 4, and that really hurts the gameplay. Though, like, the physics are the best. Will you re-upload this? I think so. Like, I think all the streams, they stay archived on YouTube. I like her combos because you don't stick too much to the demons. Unfortunately, with me, I'm very glued and I need to improve this. I think a lot of people who played 4, they have a tendency to like really stay close to the enemy, jump canceling pretty much like every other input, and like that can look really great. Like it looks really fast, but in 4, you had gravity working for you, so that gave all of your combos some movement. Whereas in 5 you don't like the gravity is much looser, and it looks really static in 4 and in 5 sorry, so that can look a little bit boring, and since I only got really deep into gameplay in 5, I didn't get that habit, so I got to develop like a playstyle that like really focuses on the MC5 strength. Okay, nice combo. Okay, for 425. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Just gonna watch whoever subscribe. Captain Soka, thanks for the subscription. Let's see what you guys have. DMC5, I think it is low. Like it feels a lot better with Turbo. This is Turbo 1.2. By the way, all the combos. So yeah, let's analyze the combo at half speed. So it's actually 0.6 speed. Psycho 15. I'm doing great. We're just chilling here. I hope it's fine if I don't play like any music here, because copyright stuff. Like I should. Nah, I'm not gonna take this channel video out. Like it's not monetized anyway. Okay, so here's Stinger into high times. It's something I do quite often. It's a great combo starter because like you take the Stinger, which is like a move that you kind of want to do, like, especially when you're freestyling, close the distance, but when you're kind of a noob and just you spam Stinger and then like the enemy is always away from you, and using the summon swords to change that like can be really useful. Hey Drifting Leader, e daí Mira, tranquilo? So Mira is a Brazilian player, he's really good. He plays on console, which is unfortunate for him, but we have no such limitations. So yeah, lifting the enemy. Then I do Man in Red, which is the ARP code, and during the animation I lift the enemy again with high times. Then toss the hat, and while I call the hat back, I release the ARPs so that he goes far away and then back. So even though I am static, the enemy is not, and this makes for a very interesting effect. It's really good enemy manipulation. As you can see, like during the callback animation, I already switched to King Cerberus and I already started charging the weapon, so that I don't have to like do the regular swing and then start charging, which is like really common and looks kinda goofy. Also, this is interesting. For those who don't know, when you have Devil Sword Dante equipped and you're in Devil Trigger and Swordmaster, all your attacks gains summon swords, and for most attacks it's just like a tiny range bonus, but for some they gain extra properties. So long barrel here, which is the neutral charge move, it actually gains summon swords that lift the enemy. So let's look at that again. And during the animation I was already switching weapons. So you can see like my switching, I don't switch weapons while I'm coming. I switch weapons during animation, so it looks like I'm faster than I really am. Vai jogar Special Edition no lançamento? Okay, he's asking me if I'm gonna play Special Edition at launch. Nope, because I don't think I'm gonna be getting one of the new consoles. Eu não vou pegar um Play 5 logo no lançamento. But I will be playing Virgil, like straight away, as soon as he releases on PC. So you guys can expect a lot of Virgil combos. So here I just teleport and use the Ebony Knifer to maintain enemy position, which is like staple of Dante. Like he's been doing this since Devil May Cry 3. You can argue since Devil May Cry 1, but like that, there's not much comboing in that game. And then just canceling the fall with Sin Devil Trigger. And this is interesting. So if you guys pay attention to my input, like my style button is on right bumper. So just I actually mash. Oh, here I didn't, but I usually mash the teleport button, just because like it's very mash friendly. You always end up in the same place, and you teleport across from the enemy, and then I mash the gun button, which on my case is B, which is I think it's Umbra, the name of the attack, the blue fireball, and I just mash it as I'm teleporting to send the enemy away. Then as I get out of Sin Devil Trigger, I use the pistols and then Trickster, and then pole play again. And as I land on pole play, like this was not as clean as I was hoping. I was expecting these summon swords to catch the enemy, but I guess I was too close. Here I charge Thunderclap, and I let go of lock on to the interceptor so that he's flung away from the ARPs. Shoot to stop the trajectory, then rock back to chase. Then lift again with Crystal, and here I do Judgment, and the orbs catch the enemy during the wind-up time. So it's like a very clear Judgment, and just as he's falling down right behind me, boom, and like this looks really clean, and like It's kind of RNG with Thunderclap. Like you're not always gonna get this effect, but when you do, like it looks so good. Mr. Lone, o King, eu sou brasileiro, cara. Fingers crossed that PC doesn't get screwed over because of SE. Like, we're not getting some things. The most important one for gameplay would be turbo, but we already have that through cheat engine. And like the RTX thing, the ray tracing, like most computers cannot support that anyway. Like most current computers. And then LDK is the big one that's left out for us, like which I really miss. So yeah, Virgil turning into Garrison, like I'm not sure. That would be cool. Yeah, next combo. Você não acha que o Dante devia ter mais movimentos aéreos? Okay, he's asking me if Dante should have more aerial movements. I think he has plenty. I think like he would play too sooner. Like he would overshadow Nero too much if he had too much more mobility. Okay, let's see. Oh, this one looks good. Okay, I think. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. I kind of fucked up this one. This combo should like. Okay, this is something I want to brought out because like it's very common that new players do. And new players tend to make their combos too long because like they want to impress and they want to do everything. And combos like their best like think about an essay or a story. Like it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And I think that's a good way to think about combo making to make them look good and make them as long and as short as you have to. Cause yeah, like this, I did not stick the landing at all. I should have cut it. So let's back to half speed. So yeah, once again, a stinger into high times, but this time I do a sin double trigger to jump across, and I stay too high in the air. So I shoot the enemy to maintain his height, but I'm losing some height. And I use forearms as well to like maintain even more height. And here I do Trickster to do Mustang. Then regular Wraith into Revolver. And I cancel the Revolver recovery with Sin Double Trigger and Jump. And this neutral jump connects with the enemy, so it stops his trajectory. So that's how I achieved like this level of juggling. Once again, Umbra into regular shot. And here I Skystar, and I'm quite underneath the enemy, but I'm gonna do the ground pound move, and you guys can see like there's this little smidge here, and this is Summon Sword bringing him down. This is only possible in double trigger, and I started this combo with Ignition, so he's gonna bounce. Oh no, he bounced a little, and then I catch him with Real Impact. And then I should have ended the combo here. Like this should be the end of the combo. Everything else besides this is just extra, which I really hate. I really regret not ending this combo here. Let's check chat. The trailer Virgil can turn into V. Yeah, like that's really interesting. Hayden recently got into DMC within the last month. Played all 5, had a great time. It's been really fun watching your videos, understanding the crazy skill gap of this game. Yeah, like this game is a lot deeper than one might think on a first playthrough. It's like on a first playthrough, it's kind of mashing friendly. Like you can go through the Devil Hunter or Human or Devil Hunter just by mashing and not paying too much attention to your moves. But there are so many like small mechanics that like really add up to like a ridiculous skill ceiling. Who's this most skilled player in DMC? Like I don't know. Because like skill can mean a lot of things. It can mean like, oh, you have really good juggles and enemy manipulations, which is my strength. Or it can be something like, oh, you have a really high APM, like you're really fast with your inputs, and that's something that like some other players do way better than me. It's kind of like let's pick two like of the highest profile players. There's Sakaki and Donguri. Donguri is faster. Sakaki has his structure is much more interesting to me. I prefer Sakaki. Some people might prefer Donguri. So yeah, it's really like up to your taste. We have no idea when he's released on when Virgil is gonna be released, but I hope it's not too far into the future. Okay, so here, send out trigger stinger. I really regret this part of the combo. Dropping the enemy again, then another lift, then another real impact. Like this is just really bad. Don't do this. Like when you do a real impact, end your combo there. Like that's a good finish. It looks good. There's no need for anything else. And yeah, Dongo is definitely better in 4 than 5. But like he's really good. Like I saw like him freestyling and like he's like pretty decent. Okay, next combo, let's back to normal. Oh, cutscene for the video. Don't like this combo. Yeah, like this was bad. Like there's nothing to talk about here. Let's get to the next. Okay, I like this one. I like this one because like it's really noob friendly. Like the inputs are not tight at all. Like the hardest part of this combo is like coming up with it. Yeah, and here like once again I should have ended here. And, like I ended like yeah, on a really weak note, but this combo started really well. Like I'm happy with it overall. But yeah, like I would prefer not to talk too much about other players, because like it always breeds some level of toxicity, like dick measuring, and even like it's not from the players themselves, but like the fans. So like I prefer like just let's all appreciate different playstyles and all. I never tried replacing Rose with Quicksilver. I think that would be a little too cheaty. Okay, so here rock back, and during the animation I switched back to DSD, which is a triple swap for me, but since the animation is so long, I have the time. Regular left, Rose, and here is the interesting part. I use forearms, not to keep the enemy in place, because I know forearms has like a longish animation. So the enemy is gonna fall and be kept held in place by the forearms as I skystar away. And here I just use a helm breaker just for movement. I don't hit the enemy, like there's no contact. Just to get to the ground quicker at a distance, because I could trick down, but this trick down would place me over here. And I want to be here, I don't want to be here. Because I want to close the distance. With rock back again, and during rock back I swap to Balrog and do Flint Wheel. And with the DT Summon Sword, it lifts the enemy again. So here, once again, trick up into shot into friction. And then we do the red line into Sin Devil Trigger, which I do quite a lot in this video. It's one of the forms of canceling I had at my disposal. And during the fall, I charge a man in red and lift it with Summon Swords. And do that same trick from the other combo before. And this here I catch with the what's it called Thunderclap. And while he's caught in the Thunderclap, I just do real impact. Like once again, this combo should have ended with the real impact, but I decided to go longer for some reason. It's like this is really weak stuff. The scenery is ugly. Yeah, like the white's kind of ugly. I agree. But like it's very clear. Like you can see everything very clearly here. Like so, there's that. Like some scenarios, like it's kind of hard to see. And no, Virgil cannot get double jump. Double jump is overpowered. So yeah, let's watch the next combo. Okay, that's 6. Okay, this has some interesting stuff. Oh, okay. So I did this here. Okay, this one I like quite a bit. Like this stood up the test of time. Like I know it seems kind of self-congratulatory to like be gushing at my own shit, but who the fuck cares? This is a good combo. So let's break it down. Yeah, it is a nice combo. Okay, a bit before. So anytime now. Okay, so here I trick up, and then I Royal Guard immediately after. And what this does, Royal Guard makes me lose height. And then, right before I hit the ground, I use neutral move with Cavalier. And what this does, it puts me in a state of 0 height. 0 height is that weird state that you're doing an air move, but you're on the ground. You're like your height is on the ground, but the game still thinks you're in the air. And this has a few interesting properties, and the one I use here, this in this clip is like a lot clearer. This is Mustang. Look where I go. I go across from the enemy. If you do Mustang on the ground, you just go up. And if you do Mustang in the air, you go down. But when you're in this weird state of 0 height, you just go across and like it looks really, really cool. And then friction, and I have ignition on. I think I have infinite ignition on for this combo. I'm not sure. But when you friction with ignition, the enemy bounces. And then once again, Flint Wheel. And this is very interesting. I do Stinger and Stingers at the same time. Stingers is the version with the Summon Swords. So what this does is it sends me across from the enemy, and the Stingers are slower than me, so they track and send the enemy flying right over me, which is a really interesting effect. And actually, it's quite easy to do too. So you guys should have no problem implementing this. Then using the guns to keep the enemy still. Regular lift. So this Rose Taunt. Then Skystar into Mad Hatter into high times. So that when I call the enemy back, he is flying right over me. And here, while the enemy is still like in front of me, I do Helmbreaker just to get to the ground faster. So this gives me the opportunity to use the Shotgun Blast backslide. Once again with that same trick, DT plus Summon Sword, then Chase. And this move, the combo B, I think, just the regular combo with Swordmaster. If you're in DT, the enemy bounces right here. If you're not in DT, he lays flat on the ground. So that's useful information for you guys. Then once again, Crystal. So now instead of doing the Summon Sword trick, I switched to the SD, which is a triple switch for me. So like this sequence is like mechanically challenging because like triple switches are hard. And I do high times into SDT into Umbra, which is the fireball, to knock the enemy away so that he's not caught by the arcs. Then just chase, lift the enemy, and here's the big brain moment. I use Demolition, but I don't finish. I just use Demolition to stop the enemy in place so that the electric balls have time to reach the enemy. And then I let go, and just prepare the overdrive with the summon swords. And then once again, like Big Laser, since the summon swords are keeping him up, and he falls on top of it. Like I did this like in today's video too. Like it's a really cool finish. Let's see. Oh, no, like I don't have too much problem with the missions. This is just gruesome. I love it. Yeah, like this is one of my favorite combos, especially since it has like no jump canceling, and like it really takes the game to its extreme without jump canceling. It's really clean. The structure is really good. I really enjoy this combo. It's definitely one of my favorites that I made, and I've repeated that setup a few times. Okay, 637. Let's get back to regular speed. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, 637. Short and sweet combo. Okay, million stab into raw guard cancel into left, and I immediately do stingers into trick up, then shooting to stop, and then Helmbreaker, and while I do Helmbreaker, I do forearms to stop the enemy in place, and then this gives me room to rock back and backslide to do the same trick again. Like this is kind of like my trademark sequence, the backslide into summon sword. Once again, using rock back to chase, then catching with redline, and then just Umbra into demolition for a nice finish. The skull and sink. The oh yeah, sure. Have a good one. Have a good one. Also, Jao X0X subscribed. Thanks for the subscription. Oof, oof. Okay, let's see this one. Oh, okay, this one's a nice one. Oh, I love this one. Like, I still have trouble replicating this one. It's kind of hard. Okay, so let's go back to half speed. Okay, so just approaching with the punch, switching to the boots, then lift, and now this is interesting. I do Mustang, and I launch the Rose, but then I shoot the shotgun so that he's knocked back into the Rose, and then he gets lifted. Okay, so okay, I can control the frames from the keyboard here. Okay. You guys saw? Like, it's good. 0.25 speed. Here we toss the Rose, then we shoot, and he gets knocked back. Just wait a second, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna have to end the stream somewhat soon, but we still have time to go over this one. Yeah, Mustang into Rose into shotgun, which is a really cool effect. Then just lift again, Rose into trick up, and here I use fireworks, and I let go of lock on so that the summon sword skips the enemy until the animation is over, because I cannot jump cancel out of the animation because this video, like the challenge was no jump canceling. And then once again I did trick up, and then I friction and I double switch to the SD, and I do stingers. Like you can see, like the stingers is hitting the enemy close while I'm going down. This is really tricky to do because like I have to double switch, and then I have to switch style and input the style, and like this is like really high APM. So this one is like definitely not easy to pull off. Like I still have trouble. Like I still cannot do this super consistently, especially like no, that's such a tight distance. And then I fall, and I manage to catch with Ice Age. And here I just charge and do the electric move. Then SDT Stinger into fireworks. Not fireworks. Is it? No, it's not fireworks. Rainstorm. And then just a Devil Trigger finish. Eu acho incrível como as espadas conjuradas ficam muito mais possibilidades para o Dante em termos de história. Okay, yeah, like Mr. Lone here is saying that it's incredible that the summon swords are like so useful, and yeah, like they're quite incredible. So I think I'm gonna be cutting the stream off. I gotta put my year medicine soon, and just wanted to hang out a little bit. It's a bit on the short side, but I hope everyone has enjoyed. So have a fantastic week that's ahead of us. It's holiday here tomorrow, so we won't need to work tomorrow. And for those of you outside of Brazil, let's just have a good working week. And thanks so much for joining. And if you guys haven't watched, I made a hands video today. Also, I have left the Discord link in the description if you guys want to take part in it. It has tem uma sessão em português no Discord, and the Discord like it's not like kind of empty because like it's still not a lot of people there. I gotta take better care. But if you guys want to be notified of updates, Brisa, I'm so sorry. I'm ending the stream now. But it's gonna be on YouTube. The VOD's gonna be on YouTube, so I hope you can, if you want to watch it, it's gonna be available to you. And with that said, I'm gonna be heading out off now, and have a good night.